welcome back to my channel. I am doing a 1-year review, what I like, what I dislike about this dream box. $4,800 something dollars later. So if you like watching these kind of videos, just keep on watching. Hey guys, so besides me looking cray cray, check it out. It still looks the same. I haven't changed anything. Well, I changed some stuff. So I kept everything that I use on this end of the spectrum. As you can see, if you go back to my videos, most of the main stuff is still here on this side. Let's see, all of my watercolors, my paints, my tumble brushes, so everything I use to do my budgeting and my painting and my plan with me's and all that good stuff, it's all on this side. And I have not changed anything. Some stuff is still not even open. Like I haven't even opened this watercolor. I think we have like obviously more stuff inside some of these containers because I got more stuff. But everything pretty much on this side I use. The other thing was the middle section. So the middle section I changed a few things. Like some of these things I moved around and changed it a little bit. Some of it still looks the same. I did have all my nail stuff over here, and I changed it because some of the nail stuff, the chemicals of the nail stuff went through, messed up the plastic a little bit. Not the plastic itself, but I had to scrape it out, kind of a deal. So I did take all the nail stuff that was messing up the plastic from that container, and the top one so far has been okay because that's all powder, nothing has gone through it. The third one is still nail stuff. Every now and then I still do my nails, nothing crazy. I don't go nowhere, so I tend not to do anything. So everything else is just backfill, right? If it's empty, I throw things in there. As I need them, I start digging, looking for stuff. So it's not like well organized, except for the part that I use, which is obviously here. That's the only thing that's organized. I have everything that I need or currently use all the time in the top table section. The table stays open because I don't want to keep putting it out and bringing it in and taking it out and putting it in, because I tend to sit here after work every day, so I don't want to keep putting it in and taking it out. But I sit on this side, and this side is sort of my storage. So anything that's extra or I don't tend to gravitate to all the time stays on this side of the creator box. Like things that I haven't used, things that I haven't opened, things that I don't need to look at. Everything, like even these, I have like hardly anything in them. Most of them are like empty because I haven't need the space for it. The same thing with like some of these look a little bit empty. I got more nail stuff in here, in between here. Obviously new markers that I hardly use. Those are more Bela's. So is this container. This is Bella's mess that she was doing stuff and she gravitates towards it. And if I need to, I just go in there and look. More nail stuff. Just extra books for painting. Extra book for painting, obviously. The sketchbooks are just extra, so I just tend to put them there. The alcohol is extra. I have a bottle over there on the other side. So is the acetone bottle. Then usually this side is always closed. I never keep it open. The only one that stays open is this side because obviously that's the side that I gravitate to. Then the bottom actually has the rest of my stuff. So it has extra books, folders, my nail stuff. So I put all the nail stuff inside the box instead of the other way. The extra books that couldn't fit are in there. Obviously the big acetone that I use for my nails, it's over there, but I do refill it with a small container. What else? And I think that's it. So let's get to the good, the bad, and the ugly. So the number one question that everybody asks me that sees this thing in my house is, was it really worth the 4,000 whatever we paid for? It was close to 5 because we ended up getting the additional tables, which by the way, we have not tried them yet because we have not moved to Tennessee and we're not taking them suckers out yet, which is the 2 big side tables that fit between here and on that side. So that's why it was close to 5. But for me, is it really worth the 5? Yeah, I mean, for all the crap that I have and all the crap that is holding, I want to say yes, because I did have about 4 containers that was holding all this stuff. And then I had to pull the containers out, grab what I was going to grab, put them back in the container, and etc. I even forgot things that were in the container and I would rebuy them because I forgot I had them. So the visual part of it, of having it visualized, it is worth the money because the stuff is right there. You gravitate to it. You're constantly using it. The style of it, I can't say too much of the style because I sit on this side of the table because I gravitate towards there, but is because of the way we have it in our dining area. So right now it takes my whole entire wall. Well, not my whole entire wall, but right here starts the dining area, and obviously if I open it, it gravitates towards the living room, and then it goes all the way till almost the entrance to the kitchen, and then here is the ending section of our dining room. We cannot put it on this wall, even though it would fit perfect, because whoever created this house did not put a support beam at this wall in the bottom. So in the basement there's not a support beam down there where this can hold up and nothing happens to the floor. So that's the reason why we cannot put this humongous thing on this wall. It would have been perfect, I'll tell you that right now. It would have been perfect, but we can't. I don't want anything to happen to my floor because we want to sell the house. Then obviously the other elephant in the room is obviously we have the bay window that we do not want to cover. So if we put it on that wall, it's going to cover the whole entire bay window, and who wants that? So it has to stay over here because this wall is too small to put it there before you hit the living room. So it has to stay here. So because it has to stay here and I have the entrance of the living room right here, I cannot sit at the edge of the table. So I haven't tried on how I would like for it to be sitting at the edge of the table, because then I'm in the way because my husband's desk is right here. So I can try that part of it, I guess, when we get to Tennessee, because and then we have the other extra tables. And then the only downside on my end is because I sit over here, I'm constantly hitting the tables, you know, the stool of the table, and this is the way it goes in to close. But that's my fault, right? Because I have to sit at this side of the table. Could I organize it a little bit better? Yeah, I probably could, but I'm a messy person. I like the way it is right now. I'm not that fancy of fixing everything and making it pretty or any of that stuff. I like my stuff to be mine, right? So this is mine. The craziness, the way it looks, obviously is mine. The craziness on top of the table, that's mine. So I don't mind it. Can I put everything away? Yes, because there's a slot everywhere where I can go ahead and put all this stuff away and hide it and call it a day. Now, I've done that in the past where I've had some people come over and I knew they were coming over, so I would put everything away, put the table down, and close it up so it doesn't mess up or nobody can, you know, mess around with it. And I've had time where people have come over, obviously unannounced, and they have seen it and thought it was the most amazing thing in the world, want one themselves until you tell them it's $5,000. But besides that, I love it. It's the best thing in the world. Don't know how we're gonna take this to Tennessee. We're still wondering how that's gonna happen ourselves. The only thing I can think of is I'll probably have to take everything out. Obviously take the containers out, empty everything out, probably put it back in container storages for traveling purpose, and then obviously put everything back, because this thing is heavy enough without anything, and I'm sure it like tripled the weight with all the obviously beautiful stuff that I have stored in it. The only thing I haven't put in here, and I think it's because I'm here and this is not my permanent obviously home for it, that will be Tennessee, is the sewing stuff. So I still have just one small container with my sewing machine and some sewing stuff, and I have not obviously put any sewing stuff here or anything sewing related. But once we get to Tennessee, then maybe, since that is my permanent home, this will be in a permanent spot. I'll be able to take out the tables and put them in, the other additional tables. Then I'll have a spot for the sewing machine, which I know I'm going to put the sewing machine in the bottom because there is space for it. I just have to organize it better, obviously. And I have plenty of empty containers that I can put some of the sewing stuff in. Like, this is almost empty, these are all empty, and I'll be able to sort it out in some type of way where I can put my sewing stuff in there. So I'm not too worried about it, and I know my sewing stuff can fit in there as long as I probably organize it a little bit better. But we did not purchase the top piece, which it was I think it was supposed to like come over out more, and it's supposed to be a light. We did not purchase that because that was supposed to be like an additional couple of $100s. So lately we use obviously our chandelier for lighting. That's why it looks so bright. Plus the windows, I opened the windows up. That's my work desk over there. And I want to say only at nighttime I have the issue of lighting, and I did purchase this in Amazon. If I can find a link, I will put it below. Obviously it's plugged in with the plug in the corner over there. Nico woke up. If you hear him in the background, he's talking. And this thing is the best thing ever. So it goes on with obviously as high as you want it, and you can actually split it wherever you want it. And this thing is actually the best thing ever purchased for me. I think it was like $20-something, and I get to put it with my tripod here and do my book stuff here, which is great because I just open it up and the camera actually goes between here, which is awesome. It really works out for me. So this was $20, yeah boy, instead of $300. So hello, money saver here. That is way better. This also goes up and down. Let's see if I can do it with one hand, and you can do it that way as well. And it goes down, as you can see. So best thing ever. It also goes forward. So I mean, for $27, I think we didn't spend more than $30 on this. I'll put the link below. It was in Amazon. No harm, no foul. This is better than obviously the $300 piece. But besides that, that is all. That's all I got for you. I hope you enjoyed this video with my 1 year review. I figured people would want to know. And actually, I have not had any issues with weights on anything. Like these things have sustained its weight. They have not cracked. They have not messed up. Even with like heavy duty stuff like paint, this thing is heavy, right? It sustained itself. Like it's not, I mean, I do see some of them like bending a little bit, but nothing that I've seen that I need to freak out over. Like you see like this one over here. I mean, besides that, like they do come out a little bit because of the weight, but I want to say it's been holding up. Nothing has, let me knock on wood, broken. The same thing with this. Like the weight has been amazing. Like I had this thing full of nail polish and the weight was, it held its weight. It did its job, right? So far it's been good. No complaints. So if I had to redo it again, am I glad I purchased it? Yes. The amount of money I spent for it? Yes. I mean, could you do a cheaper version of it? Maybe, but would it sustain its weight? Would it have its quality? That kind of stuff, or not, you know, that kind of stuff would be it. But thank you for watching. God bless. Don't forget to subscribe, give it a thumbs up, and I will check you guys when we move to Tennessee and give you an update on the move. Bye.